Okay, excuse me. Here we go. Tasting notes video on my Hefeweizen, which I kind of did before, but we're going to compare it side by side with some Hefeweizen I just picked up from Tri-City Brewery, local brewery in town here, and the gentleman there in their tap room said the only difference between this and a true Hefeweizen is it's a little higher percentage in alcohol. So 6.1%, 13 IBUs, which is the bitterness. So we'll try it. I can pick me up a nice little Tri-City Brewing, Bay City, Michigan pint glass, which is to go with my Mackinac Brewing pint glass. So now I can do them side by side. So we'll pour theirs first. We'll pour their Hef in their Tri-City glass. I had a little taste there in the tap room too, and it's good. The problem I'm having with mine is, and there it is. The problem is nice color. It's supposed to be cloudy. It's not supposed to have a real big foam head, but a nice white foam is what it's supposed to have. I even asked the bartender, who may have been, I don't know if he was, brewmaster or part-time brewmaster, or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, I asked him a little bit about my kit, and he asked me what yeast I used, and I used the Weizensteffen. I don't know if that's the correct way to say it. Y yeast smack pack. He said that's the same yeast they use. So using the same strain. So we'll pour mine and we'll see. We can compare it. Color and this is about 3 weeks old in the bottle. So it's 3 weeks old in the bottle. Anyway, mine. The funny thing about this is it's starting to clear out a little bit. It's supposed to be more cloudy. It's supposed to swirl up that yeast in the bottom, which I'm going to do. You're supposed to actually drink the yeast with this. So we're going to pour this in and see if there's a little bit more cloudiness to this. I think maybe because these have been setting so long, everything has settled to the bottom. So we're just going to see if we can pick up that cloudiness. And you can see the yeast getting into the beer. Now it's becoming cloudy to maybe we get that full flavor. You can see that mine is, well, a lot darker in color. I don't know why, but it is. But it's starting to pick up that cloudiness to it. So with that, cheers. And right away, I mean, as soon as you put the glass to your face, you can smell the clove, flavor, which is distinct characteristic of this beer. Heavy in the clove, maybe a little banana type flavor in there. I don't pick it up, the banana, so much, but there's also wheat in this beer, and this is going to be, of course, all grain, commercial craft beer. But so you're going to pick up more grain character in the flavor profile, with this one. It's very good. Now, as far as alcohol content, mine is only, 4.5%, I think it came in at. Sometimes it's hard to keep track. I've done, 10 extract batches to remember which one is what, but I know it was somewhere between around 4.5%, maybe 4.75%. It wouldn't be any more than 4.75%. So anyway, this is very good. It tastes like a true Hef. Tastes like a true Hef. And really what I probably should have is something to cleanse the palate, like a pretzel or something like that. So I don't. So I'm a bit unprepared that way. I don't know if there's anything in the cupboard behind me. Maybe. No. No, nothing. The cupboard is bare. Well, not really. Anyway, let's try mine. You can see mine has, now that I've added that, swirled up that yeast, has taken on a little bit different color because of that yeast. It's lightened up a bit, not quite as light as theirs. But we'll see. Like I said, the reason I did this is so heavy in clove, I wasn't really sure if I did it right. So I needed something to compare it to, and I don't know what kind of commercial beers in the, to go out buying a 6-pack. And I said, you know what, I think I'll just go over to Tri-City. I think they have a half on tap, and we'll, it cost me $7 for half a gallon. It would have probably cost me close to $9, probably, if I would have went to a local party store and bought a half style in a 6-pack. So I got more for my money, probably. Although 6-pack and a half gallon is probably roughly the same amount of beer, so I don't know if I got more for my money, but I think I got a better deal at $7. See, this one is, I just don't pick up any wheat flavor in this, and maybe because it's a kit and not an all grain version, I just don't get the wheat. I just get heavy clove, and it's okay, it's a bit overpowering, but I was hoping this beer would be more balanced out, and it just isn't. And I've tried a few bottles, before the 3-week mark, and it hasn't really changed. I thought the clove might calm down a little bit and let the other flavors come through. Not yet, anyway. I think it's slightly calmed down, maybe, or maybe I'm just getting used to that heavy clove flavor. But I know the first couple of times I tried it, it was too much of that flavor. So anyway, but this is a very good beer. I've not had many of their kinds of beer. In fact, some of the Tri-City beer I don't necessarily care for, but I haven't tried them all, so just one or two. I like their red. They have a red ale that's very good. There's just one or two that I'm not really crazy about, but they've got quite a few on tap over there, so there's a lot more investigation that has to be done as far as their beer flavors. Excuse me, down the wrong pipe. Yeah, see, I pick up a lot more wheat flavor in this, which of course, being all grain, it's going to show more of that wheat flavor and its character, so as opposed to this. But still, I would have thought some wheat would come through. It's got wheat dry malt in it, and I think it's got either Pilsen. I'd have to look at the recipe, but I know it's got a pound of wheat dry malt in it. So, and I don't remember if that was added towards the end of the boil or not. Like I say, I have to get the recipe sheet out again and excuse me, see where that was added, if it was added at the front end or towards knockout or what. So, but that's my tasting notes video today. Hopefully in time this will smooth out and become as good as this. Time will tell. Cheers.